Light rain falling here at Jack Hackman Field, but these two teams plan to play baseball tonight. Marshfield and Merrill meeting in American Legion Baseball here at Jack Hackman Field. Lights are on. Skies are gray and dark, a bit gloomy looking, but there is some lighter skies to the southwest, so hopefully they'll move in here and clear out the gray skies, and we'll have some baseball to the north. It's a lot darker, but hopefully those clouds have gone beyond us now, and they'll present no difficulties for us for this ball game this evening. Rather lengthy meeting at home plate between our managers and our umpires before we get this ball game underway. We have a few moments, so let's take time out to check the starting lineups for this ball game. First of all, for Merrill, the leadoff hitter is the center fielder Brady Norton. Norton in center field is leading off. Batting second is the shortstop Cooper Wendorf. Wendorf at shortstop, batting second. Batting third is the pitcher Isaac Clapper. Clapper pitching and batting third. Hitting fourth is the Merrill third baseman Cole Rudai. Rudai at third base, batting fourth. In the number 5 spot is the catcher Ben Thom. Thom catching and batting fifth. Batting sixth is the first baseman Noah Klug. Klug at first base, batting sixth. Merrill's seventh hitter, left fielder Brody Klebanow. Klebanow in left field, batting seventh. The number 8 hitter, second baseman Eric Grunenwald. At second base, Grunenwald batting eighth. Hitting ninth for Merrill is the right fielder Abram Norton. Norton in right field, batting number 9. The batting order for the Marshfield Blue Devils this evening. Leading off at second base, Jacob Sadowska. Sadowska at second base tonight, leading off. Batting second is the shortstop Blake Rabb. Rabb, the shortstop, batting second. Batting number 3 is the center fielder Dawson Luther. Luther in center field, batting third. Hitting fourth, first baseman Adam Gilbertson. Gilbertson batting fourth and playing first base. Hitting fifth, third baseman Aiden Cherney. Cherney at third base, batting fifth. The number 6 hitter is the DH Mason Anderson. Anderson DHing, batting sixth. He's batting in place of pitcher Nathan Richardson. Batting seventh is the catcher Mac Konieczny. Konieczny catching, batting seventh. Hitting eighth, the right fielder Tyler Cum. Cum in right field, batting number 8. And the Marshfield number 9 hitter this evening in left field, Bryce Erickson. Erickson playing left field and batting number 9. Both teams on the field, Marshfield and Merrill in American Legion Baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield.
The Blue Devils are coached by Josh Metz, assisted by Mason Coffrin.
Coach Josh Metz on the field as well. And before this ball game gets underway, let's take a few moments for our national anthem. There is our national anthem. We're set for baseball here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Merrill in American Legion baseball action tonight. Marshfield Blue Devils on the field. Defensively for Marshfield tonight, at first base is Adam Gilbertson. At second base, Jacob Sadowska. At shortstop, Blake Rabb. At third base, Aiden Cherney. In right field is Tyler Cum. In center field, Dawson Luther. In left field, Bryce Erickson. The catcher is Mac Konieczny. And pitching for Marshfield tonight, right-hander Nathan Richardson. Nathan normally the Marshfield second baseman, but one of a number of Marshfield ball players who can pitch and also play other positions. And so he'll get the call on the mound for Marshfield in this ball game this evening. Lights are on here at Jack Hackman Field. A dark, gloomy evening, but it looks like some lighter clouds are forming to the southwest, so hopefully they'll move in here and dry things off. Looks like we still have some light rain sprinkles falling, but nothing too severe. So we plan to play baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field. Marshfield coach Josh Metz talking to us this year about his roster and mentioning he has 3 guys who can catch quite well. Normally we'll see Adam Gilbertson or Mason Anderson in that spot, but this evening Matt Konieczny, the standout from Columbus High School, gets the call behind the plate for the Marshfield Legion. Adam Gilbertson playing first base, Mason Anderson serving as the Marshfield DH in this ball game. Mason and Adam split time at catcher for the Marshfield Tiger baseball team this spring. Play starting here at Jack Hackman Field. The leadoff man for Merrill in the first is the center fielder Brady Norton. Once again, Merrill has only 9 ball players in uniform for this ball game. Norton batting left-handed. Richardson from the windup. Nathan ready. Here is our first pitch. It's a cross for a called strike 1. Play is underway here at Jack Hackman Field, Marshfield, and Merrill in Legion baseball tonight. No balls, 1 strike on Brady Norton. Richardson fires once again. Low and inside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit of a breeze blowing in from right field this evening. Norton batting left-handed. Next pitch is down low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marshfield does have a good group of pitchers on this roster this year, so no one really overtaxed on that mound core this season. Here is the 2-1 delivery. That's hit in the air to left center field. A long run for Dawson Luther. He won't get there. Falls in left center field for a base hit. Norton with a wide turn. He'll go back to first base. And Merrill has a leadoff base runner here in the opening inning.
The shortstop, Cooper Wendorf.
Next batter for Merrill is the shortstop, Cooper Wendorf. Wendorf batting right-handed. Richardson working from the stretch. Norton held there by Gilbertson. Richardson now throws, and that pitch is down low for ball 1. Merrill just 1-6 in conference play this year. Marshfield 5-2. Richardson set once again. Throws 1-0. Ground ball right side. The second baseman Sadowska comes over, grabs it, throws to first base, and just in time. Well done by Jacob, as the base runner Norton was on the move with that pitch. And Jacob, moving towards second base to cover a stolen base try, had to retrace his steps, go back to the right side, and grab that ground ball, and still toss out Cooper Wendorf. So well done by Jacob Sadowska for out number 1. Norton does move to second base on the play. The batter for Merrill is the pitcher Isaac Clapper, hitting right-handed. Richardson gets set and now delivers. Ground ball towards shortstop. Nice hop for Rabb. Runner trying to advance. He'll throw to third base. Cherney has it. Now back to the second baseman Sadowska, and he'll run down Norton on the tag play for the out. Norton too far off the base to get back on that ball hit to the shortstop Blake Rabb.
Third baseman, Cole
And
Rudy.
so he's out trying to advance. Rabb to Cherney to Sadowska, 6-5-4 for out number 2 on the fielder's choice. Clapper takes first base. The third baseman, Cole Rudi, now batting for Merrill. Also batting right-handed. Coach Wendorf at third base with a question for our plate umpire for tonight. And they're both looking towards the third base dugout like they're looking for the pizza guy to show up. They may be looking for some new baseballs. Marshfield and Merrill baseball action tonight, brought to us on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ by Ag Country Farm Credit Services of Marshfield, supporting agriculture and rural communities with competitive credit and financial services. Ag Country Farm Credit Services of Marshfield. Now Cole Rudi digs in. Richardson goes to first base, and Clapper dives back in safely. There'll be no courtesy runner for the pitcher Clapper, as there are only 9 men in uniform for Merrill this evening. Rudi stands back in there. Richardson again from the stretch. Throws a breaking ball. It's across for a called strike 1. No score as Merrill bats, top of the first, with a base runner at first base and 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike on Cole Rudi. Richardson gets set, throws once again, in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thanks to our pregame show guest, Blake Rabb, for joining us. Talking about Legion baseball this evening and his great career at Auburndale High School. Again to first base, Clapper back. Blake to play some college baseball next season at UW-Stevens Point. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Richardson ready. Delivers a big swing and a miss. 1-2. I'm not sure if Cale Weissenberger from Stratford has another year over there or not. Cale's played there a few years. Of course, Logan Homolka played there from Marshfield. He was done this year with his eligibility. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. A big curve ball chop foul behind home plate. Big overhand curve by Nathan Richardson. And Rudi beats it foul behind the plate. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lights are on. A rather dark, gloomy evening here in central Wisconsin. Rudi digs in once again. Richardson ready. And he throws a big curveball trapped towards shortstop. Nice hop for Rabb. Flips to Sadowska for the force play on Clapper to end the inning.
For Merrill in the first inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base.
Merrill in the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1. After 1/2 inning of baseball, our score is Merrill 0 and Marshfield coming to bat. Back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball following these messages.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Taqueria Monarca opening July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca brings you the bold and authentic flavors of Mexico. Open July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Merrill Legion on the field. Defensively at first base is Noah Klug. At second base, Eric Grunenwald. At shortstop, Cooper Wendorf. At third base, Cole Rudai. In right field, Abram Norton. In center field, Brady Norton. In left field, Brody Klebanow. The catcher is Ben Thom. On the mound is right-hander Isaac Clapper. First Marshfield batter is second baseman Jacob Sadowska, batting left-handed. Clapper working from the windup, big right-hander. Winds and delivers. Misses outside, ball one. Marshfield batting, last half of the first. No score here at Jack Hackman Field. 1 ball, no strikes on Jacob Sadowska. Clapper fires again. In there for a call and strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob played shortstop for the Marshfield Tigers this spring, has usually played in the outfield for the Marshfield Legion this summer. The 1-1 delivery, up and in for a ball, 2-1, but tonight stationed at second base. He's played that spot a few times, not on a regular basis, but in the lineup at second base this evening. Now Clapper throws 2-1. Breaking ball, high and tight for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Jacob Sadowska. Digs in once again, batting left-handed. And Clapper throws. High hopper down the third base side, picked up by Rudai. He'll fire down the right field line. A wild throw, and Sadowska on his way to second base. He will get there safely. Rudai had to hurry as the speedy Jacob Sadowska hit that high hopper down the third base line. They'll give Jacob an infield hit, plus an error on the third baseman Rudai for his wild throw, sending Sadowska to second base. So a Marshfield base runner at second base, and the hitter for Marshfield is the shortstop Blake Rabb. Blake batting right-handed. Clapper from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And up and in, gets off the glove of the catcher, Thom, and Sadowska takes third base. Then the ball thrown down the left field line. Sadowska up, and he'll score. And Marshfield leads 1-0. That ball was inside, receivable by the catcher, Thom, but off his glove to the backstop. So that's a passed ball, sending Sadowska to third. And then as Jacob went to third base, Thom threw down the left field line, trying to catch him. And that allows Sadowska to score. So an errant throw by the catcher, Thom. 2 errors against Merrill here in the opening inning. Marshfield leads 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Blake Rabb, popped to second base and grabbed by the second baseman Grunenwald for out number 1.
Center fielder Dawson Luther.
So 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Dawson Luther. So rather odd way to score a run. Sadowska reaching base on an infield hit, takes second base on a throwing error. Third base on a pass ball and scores on another throwing error. Dawson Luther stands in for Marshfield. Clapper delivers here. High hopper back towards the box. Grabbed by Clapper. He'll toss to first base in time for out number 2.
First baseman Adam Gilbertson.
Now 2 men down to the Marshfield first. Adam Gilbertson now batting for Marshfield, stationed at first base tonight. The cleanup man batting left-handed for the Blue Devils this evening. Clapper working from the windup. Sets and delivers. High for ball 1. Marshfield batting. Last half of the first, leading Merrill 1-0 here at Jack Hackman Field. Base is empty and 2 outs. Here is the 1-0 delivery. Half swing by Gilbertson. And the umpire rules that low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Isaac Clapper, big right-hander. Into his motion, throws once again. Pop foul on the third base side of the play. 2-1. As of right now, that run by Sadowska is unearned. Gilbertson back in there. And Clapper winds and delivers. Ground ball towards third and by Rudai to left field for a base hit. Gilbertson singles to left field. And Marshfield has a 2-out base runner for third baseman Aiden Cherney. Aiden also from Auburndale. Another guy who could pitch if need be. Has done that well for the Marshfield Legion this summer. Cherney stands in. Gilbertson at first base, held there by Klug. Clapper working from the stretch. Throws a bit high for ball one. Coach Josh Metz with some signs at third base. As Cherney digs in once again. Clapper ready. Throws low and inside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Merrill Legion has just 2 wins this year, just 1 in conference play. Now Clapper again gets set and throws. Ground ball, third base side, foul. Count now 2-1. Pretty good lineup by this Marshfield Ball Club this season. And several ball players from Auburndale really augmenting that Marshfield roster this year. The count on Cherney, 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, check swing, foul ball on the first base side. Aiden back in there, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cherney batting right-handed. Gilbertson leads at first base. Gets a good lead down there, held by Klug. Now Clapper from the stretch. Delivers, fouled back once again. Count stays 2-2. Marshfield, by the way, does have a 4-man bench tonight, which isn't too bad. Blue Devils normally have a 14-man roster. Looks like everybody is here this evening. Again, the pitch on the way. Grounded foul at the plate. Cherney stays alive at 2-2, so they have a 10-man lineup, including the DH, plus 4 ball players on the bench this evening. Everybody here for Marshfield tonight. 2-2 on Aiden Cherney. Clapper throws again. Curveball breaks across for a called strike 3. Clapper's first strikeout this evening. In the first for Marshfield, 1 run. It is unearned on 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base. We played 1 inning, and our score is Marshfield 1, Merrill nothing. More baseball coming up in just a moment.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
American Legion baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield facing Merrill in this matchup this evening.
We have a winner.
Laid off batter for Merrill here in the second is the catcher Ben Thom.
The catcher, number 38, Ben Toll.
Thom stands in, big right-handed batter. Richardson winds and delivers. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Marshfield on top 1-0. Merrill batting top half of the second. Nathan Richardson throwing for Marshfield. He sets and delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike 2. And Richardson ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Richardson winds, throws a big curveball, a big swing and a miss, dropped by Konechny. He'll toss down to Gilbertson for out number 1. First strikeout for Nathan Richardson tonight. One down, the batter is first baseman Noah Klug. Klug batting right-handed. Richardson from the windup. Ready, he now throws. Fouled on the first base side of the play for strike 1. Well, many baseball fans know the great reputation of Connie Mack the legendary Philadelphia Athletics manager and owner for about 50 years. 0-1 pitch, curveball is inside for ball, 1 strike. Connie Mack did something on this date which was not the brightest move he made in his long baseball career. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Curveball breaks inside for ball, 2-1. The Philadelphia A's had a single game in Cleveland on this date in 1932. Probably a rain out. Had to get to Cleveland real fast, come right back again. 2-1 pitch fouled down the right field line and heading out of play. So Connie Mack has to make a trip from Philadelphia to Cleveland and back again, probably in a 24-hour span to play one game, probably a rain out from earlier in the year. And decides that to save train fare, he'll only bring 2 pitchers with him on the train. 2-2 pitch, half swing. And our base umpire rules that pitch low for ball 3-2. He brings 2 pitchers, Lou Krause Sr., the father of the Lou Krause, who pitched for the A's in Oakland and then the Milwaukee Brewers in the 70s and 80s. Full count pitch, drive to left center field, a long run for Luther. He won't get there. Ball gets by him to the warning track. Klug to second base, Thom to second base, and he's in there safely. Noah Klug with a double to the gap in left center field. Merrill is a man in scoring position with 1 out for left fielder Brody Klebanow, batting for the first time. Klebanow, a right-handed batter. Klug at second base now with 1 out. Richardson working from the stretch here. Gets ready and delivers. Curveball, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Merrill batting top of the second. Marshfield on top 1-0. Klug at second base with 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Brody Klebanow. Richardson ready once again. Sets and delivers. Curveball hit toward shortstop. Rabb will throw across the diamond to first base in time for out number 2. Klug off with the pitch. Moves on to third base. 2 down, and here's the second baseman, Eric Grunenwald. Anyway, Connie Mack making this trip to Cleveland for 1 game to save train fare only takes 2 pitchers. Lou Krause Sr., the father of the Lou Krause we recall from the 60s and 70s, and Eddie Rommel, well-known knuckleball pitcher from that era. Richardson from the stretch throws high for ball 1. He starts Krause, and Krause gets knocked out in the first inning, gives up 4 hits, and leaves. So Rommel comes in to pitch the second inning. Now the 1-0 pitch, inside for ball 2-0, and Rommel winds up pitching 17 innings. As that ball game goes 18 innings, Cleveland wins it 18-17. Rommel gives up 29 hits in that span. Here's a ground ball towards shortstop, 1 hopped by Rabb. Turns, fires to first base, in time for the out. Well done by Blake Rabb near second base on that hot smash by Eric Grunenwald to retire the side. In the second for Merrill, no runs on 1 hit, no errors and 1 left. After 1.5, our score is Marshfield 1, Merrill 0. More baseball coming up following these messages.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Mason Anderson leads off the Marshfield second. Fouls one back for strike one. Marshfield batting last half of the second, leading Merrill 1-0 here at Jack Hackman Field. Mason, the Marshfield DH in this ball game. Isaac Clapper on the mound for Merrill. Lines and delivers. Curveball. Bit inside for ball. 1 strike. So Eddie Rommel throws 17 innings of relief. Gives up 29 hits, but still wins the ball game 18-17. Pitch low and inside for ball. 2-1. Cleveland's Johnny Burnett set a major league record in that ball game with 9 hits and 11 at bats. Here's a curveball, a swing and a miss. 2-2 on Anderson. And Jimmy Fox had 6 hits, including 3 home runs and a record-tying 16 total bases. 2-2 pitch, wrapped foul on the third base side. That ball game played in the old ballpark in Cleveland, League Park. Some parts of which still stand and is being revitalized as a local community baseball facility. Again, the 2-2 pitch hits Anderson in the leg.
The catcher, Mac Konechny.
Mason hit by a pitch, and Marshfield has a leadoff base runner here in the second. Catcher Mac Konechny now batting for Marshfield. Hitting for the first time tonight. Rain has moved away. Well, let's see. It looks like there are a few sprinkles out there. Still raining very lightly, but we're continuing baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field. Konechny stands in. Clapper throws. Breaking ball misses high for ball 1. Very light rain. Nothing threatening or too severe. So baseball continues here in Marshfield this evening. Clapper gets set. Throws again. Misses high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Marshfield with an unearned run in their half of the first inning, thanks to a couple of Merrill errors last inning. The 2-0 pitch on the inside corner, a call and strike, 2-1. Mack, the number 7 man in the Marshfield batting order tonight. Isaac Clapper throwing for Merrill. He's working from the stretch here. Anderson takes a good lead down there at first base. He is going, pitch on the way, hit on the first base side, but rolling foul. And the count 2-2 on Konechny. Mason Anderson back to first base. Pretty athletic guy for a catcher. Mason does run well. Back to the bag, held there by Noah Klug. 2-2 on Konechny. Pitch on the way inside for a ball. And the count full, 3-2. No easy outs in this Marshfield batting order. Pretty strong, 1 through 9 most nights. Toss to first base, and Anderson dives back in safely. He was leaning towards second base, but gets back just in time before Klug applies the tag. Konechny back in there again to first base. And this time the ball thrown away down the right field line. Anderson to second base. Rounding second, he'll try for third, and he'll get there safely. The third throwing error against Merrill in this ball game. They had 3 throwing errors last night in a loss against D.C. Everest. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Matt Konechny. Clapper throws here. High fly ball down the right field line. Norton over. The ball's over his head, though, and falls deep in the right field corner. Anderson scores, and Konechny takes second base with a double. RBI double for Matt Konechny. And Marshfield on top now, 2-0. Right fielder Tyler Combs standing in. Peyton Weinfurter comes in. He'll run for Matt Konechny. Peyton Weinfurter, the courtesy runner for Matt Konechny.
The pitch runner is number 1, Peyton Weinfurter.
Tyler Combs standing in, batting left-handed. Clapper from the stretch, delivers. Fastball high and away for ball 1. So Marshfield now leads 2-0. Blue Devils batting in the last half of the second. Weinfurter at second base, still nobody out. The 1-0 delivery on the inside corner, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield again has 4 left-handed batters in their lineup tonight. Clapper fires. Ground ball left side. That'll get through the hole for a base hit. Weinfurter had to hold up. He'll stop at third base. Single for Tyler Cum. And Marshfield has base runners at first and third with nobody out. Tyler Cum poking that ball between short and third for a base hit. Bryce Erickson now batting for Marshfield, the outfielder from Neilsville. Batting for the first time tonight, hitting right-handed. Bryce digs in, Clapper working from the stretch. Throws over for called strike 1. Marshfield with 4 hits so far this evening, but 3 Merrill errors also helping the Marshfield cause. Erickson back in there, again to first base, and Cum dives back in safely. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. 0-1 pitch to Erickson. Curveball across for call strike. 0-2. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield, watching American Legion baseball action this evening. Scoring threat for Marshfield here in the second. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Throw to first base again, and a ball dropped by the first baseman Klug, but no advance. He'll grab it quickly. Cum holds at first base, and Weinfurter still at third. Erickson back in the box. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. Clapper working from the stretch. Now delivers. Popped foul over the screen. Count stays 0-2. Well, things are a bit brighter out there, especially to the south and west. Still rather dark on the north side. But looks like the weather coming our way is a bit brighter. Again, Clapper throws. Curveball missed outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So hopefully the weather will stay good. We'll get this ball game in tonight. 1-2 on Bryce Erickson. Stands back in there. Clapper gets ready and fires a swing and a miss for strike 3. Clapper's second strikeout. 1 down. Here's Jacob Sadowska, the Marshfield second baseman tonight. Singled and scored his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Jacob batting left-handed. Clapper checks the base runners and throws on the inside corner for a call and strike 1. Marshfield on top 2-0. Blue Devils batting bottom half of the second. Runners at first and third and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Jacob Sadowska. Again to first base. Cum dives back in safely. We've had 3 Merrill throwing errors so far in this ball game. Runners take their leads. Clapper ready. 0-1 pitch on the way. Line back at Clapper. He'll snare it and toss to first base to double up Cum and in the inning. A hot smash by Sadowska, but right back at Clapper. He makes the play on that line drive. And no chance for Tyler Cum to get back to the bag. He's doubled up to end the inning.
Marshfield 2, Merrill 0.
Marshfield in the second. 1 run. It is an earned run. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 error. And 1 man left on base. We've now played 2 innings, and our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill 0. Back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball following these words.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Keep your dial here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com for Legion Baseball tonight. Merrill batting, top of the third. Right fielder Abram Norton stands in. Curveball by Nathan Richardson breaks across for a called strike one. It's Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing as Merrill bats top half of the third here at Jack Hackman Field. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball over for a called strike, 0-2. Abram Norton, the number 9 man in the Merrill batting order tonight, batting for the first time this evening. Richardson winds and delivers. Curveball is swing and a miss. That ball is dropped by Konechny. He'll toss to first base. And that's out number 1.
Center fielder, number 24.
Richardson's second strikeout. Leadoff man Brady Norton batting for Merrill. He singled to open the ball game, so he is 1 for 1. Norton batting left-handed, getting his batting gloves secured properly. He also has one of those shin guards. We talked about that. Marshfield's Chase Robinson wears one. Several other ball players do as well. Now Norton digs in, and Richardson winds and delivers on the outside corner for a called strike one. Several players from the Mosinee High School softball program on the Great Northern Conference all-conference softball team this year. 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Talon Jerschley, Peyton Jerschley, Ava Bussey, Addison Henrik, and Emily Verhasselt, all-conference first team. Here's a breaking ball inside for ball, 2-1. From Medford, Riley Hrabby, Zaylee Leonard, and Finley Arndt on the all-conference first team. Richardson gets ready. 2-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. 2-2. On the second team from Mosinee, Megan Troy, Brooklyn Simonis, Maggie Wooler. From Medford, Chelsea Gaybauer, Addison Brommer, and Victoria Konechny. Richardson throws a curveball wrapped foul on the first base side. Count stays 2-2. Honorable mention from Mosinee, Peyton Allen, and from Medford, Lainey Hrabby. Great Northern Conference all-conference softball team for this year. 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball breaks just outside for ball 3. Conference Player of the Year is Sailor Timmerman of Lakeland, the fine pitcher who led the T-Birds to the Division II state tournament this year. Coach of the Year, Sandy Robrecht of Antigo. Full count pitch on the way. Bet high for ball 4. And Norton draws a base on balls, the first issued by Nathan Richardson this evening. Batting for Merrill now, the shortstop Cooper Wendorf bounced to second his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Sky is brightening quite a bit, so rather pleasant evening here in central Wisconsin. Richardson from the stretch. Sets and throws a curveball. It breaks in there for a called strike one. Marshfield leads this ball game 2-0. Merrill batting, top of the third, 1 out, 1 on. No balls, 1 strike on Cooper Wendorf. Richardson fires. Swing on a miss. Nice breaking ball by Nathan. The count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Wendorf batting right-handed. Digs in once again. Norton runs well, tossed to first base. Back in time. Wendorf again stands in. Richardson checks the base runner. Now throws low for a ball. Norton well off the bag. I think Konechny thought about throwing down there, but did not do so. Ball and 2 strikes on Cooper Wendorf. Nathan Richardson, right-hander from Auburndale, working from the stretch. Takes a long look at Norton at first base. And now delivers. Ground ball towards short. Rab will charge. Scoop it up. Sadowska to one on the first base. A wide throw, but backed up well by Konieczny, and so no advance. Norton cut down on the force play. Rab to Sadowska for out number 2. And Wendorf, now the base runner at first on the fielder's choice. Sadowska's throw was errant. Got by Gilbertson towards the first base dugout, but Matt Konieczny was down there backing up the play. The Marshfield catcher grabbed the ball quickly, so no further advance by Wendorf. The Merrill batter now, the pitcher Isaac Clapper, bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up, and so he is 0 for 1. Clapper batting right-handed. Richardson from the stretch. Curveball breaks in there for a call and strike 1. Marshfield and Merrill, Legion Baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Toss to first base, and Wendorf back in time. Turned out to be a very pleasant evening here in central Wisconsin. Good night to be at the ballpark watching baseball. 0-1 pitch, ground ball towards short. Rab will scoop it up and then bobble it, and all hands are safe. Error on shortstop Blake Rab. Marshfield's first error tonight. And Merrill has base runners at first and second with 2 outs for the third baseman Cole Rudai. Rudai bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up, so he's 0 for 1.
Third baseman number 7, Cole Rudy.
Two out and 2 on for Merrill here in the third. Richardson from the stretch. Delivers a wave and a miss for strike 1. Nice breaking ball by Nathan. 0-1. Marshfield leads this ball game 2-0. Merrill batting top of the third. 2 out, 2 on. No balls, 1 strike on Cole Rudai. Here's a curveball that breaks a bit low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburndale's Nathan Richardson on the mound. Marshfield Legion in this ball game this evening. Count here's even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Richardson gets set and delivers. Gets away from Konieczny to the screen. The runners advance. It'll be a pass ball. I think Matt was probably crossed up on that pitch. Was not in the dirt, but got through his glove to the screen. The count on Rudai now 2-1. And 2 Merrill ball players in scoring position. Richardson back on the rubber. He'll stay in the stretch here. Sets himself. Here's the 2-1 delivery. In there for a call and strike. 2-2. Marshfield on top by a couple of runs here in the third. Nathan Richardson throwing for Marshfield this evening. Sets and delivers a big curveball fouled at the plate. Throw to first base, and I guess the umpire has ruled that a swinging strike and no foul ball. Konieczny just dropped the ball, and so he throws to first baseman Adam Gilbertson to retire Rudai and end the inning.
After 2.5, Marshfield 2, Merrill 0.
Merrill in the third, no runs on no hits. A walk, an error, 2 men left on base. Now after 2.5 innings of play, our score is Marshfield 2 and Merrill 0. More baseball coming up following these messages.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Shortstop Blake Rabb leads off the Marshfield third. First pitch from Isaac Clapper across for a call and strike one. Clapper winds and throws once again. Ground ball to third. Knocked down by Rudai. He gets up, throws across the diamond low, but dug out nicely by the first baseman Noah Klug for the out. Well done on both ends. The third baseman Rudai went down to his knees to snare that hot shot behind the bag. His low throw scooped out by first baseman Noah Klug for out number one. One down. The batter now is Marshfield center fielder Dawson Luther. Bounce bat to Clapper on the mound his first time up. Here's a breaking ball across for a call and strike one. Dawson batting left-handed. Number 3 man in the Marshfield batting order tonight. Clapper again delivers. Line in the left field line, but falls in fair territory and rolls into the left field corner. Luther on his way to second base, and he'll get there safely with a 2-base hit. Dawson Luther doubles down the left field line. And Marshfield has a man in scoring position for first baseman Adam Gilbertson. Adam singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. Now 5 Marshfield hits tonight. Gilbertson, the cleanup man. And the Marshfield batting order. Stands in, Clapper working from the stretch. Throws, grounded foul behind home plate for strike one. It's Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting bottom half of the third. Luther at second base and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Adam Gilbertson. Clapper ready once again. Delivers and misses outside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Marshfield American Legion baseball team heading to Eau Claire this weekend to compete in that Eau Claire tournament. And they'll begin play tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Grounded foul at the plate. 1-2. Marshfield facing Green Bay Southwest tomorrow, 5 o'clock at Carson Park in Eau Claire. That game can be seen tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Now the 1-2 delivery, but instead Clapper turns and bluffs Luther back to second base. Also on Friday on ZaleskiSports.com, Lacrosse and Wisconsin Rapids Legion Baseball. Clapper now throws, high foul fly ball down the left field line going out of play. Still 1-2. Lacrosse and Rapids in a Legion doubleheader tomorrow at Wisconsin Rapids. Game 1 at 5 o'clock. And both games tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. 1-2 pitch on the way. Rides high for a ball, 2-2. And the Marshfield Chaparrals take on the Eau Claire Cavaliers at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield tomorrow. Game time 7 p.m. That game also tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Pitch to Gilbertson, hit foul on the third base side again at a play. So lots of baseball tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. 2-2 on Adam Gilbertson. Clapper sets himself once again. And now throws. High hopper near the mound. Clapper will grab it behind the mound, look to first base, and throw in time. On the play, Luther takes third base.
Third baseman, Aiden Turney.
That ball a high hopper over the mound, but Clapper gets back there, makes the play. He looked to third, but had no play on Luther. So takes Gilbertson out at first base for out number 2. Aiden Cherney batting for Marshfield, the third baseman called out on strikes. His first time up, he is 0 for 1. Aiden digs in, batting right-handed. Clapper from the stretch. Sets and throws. Curveball over for a call and strike 1. Marshfield and Merrill Legion baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Isaac Clapper, tall right-hander on the mound for Merrill. Now throws 0-1. Leaves that pitch high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dawson Luther at third base with 2 outs. Dawson runs pretty well. Clapper will check him, and now Cherney steps out. Cherney back in there. Clapper gets set and throws a curveball. Breaks inside for a ball, 2-1. Clapper not having a great deal of success getting that curveball in the strike zone tonight. Just missing. The count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Clapper fires once again. Same thing, curveball inside for ball 3. 3-1. Cherney looking for a good pitch right here on 3-1. Stands back in. And Clapper fires. Up and in for ball 4. First walk issued by Clapper tonight. Mason Anderson batting for Marshfield, DHing tonight. Mason hit by a pitch and scored back in the second inning. Coach Metz with some signs here. We'll see if Cherney's on the move at first base. Clapper will check him. Pitch to Cherney, hit towards shortstop. Picked up by Wendorf. He'll play across the diamond in time to end the inning. In the third for Marshfield. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, a walk, and 2 men left on base. Our line score through 3 innings, Marshfield 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 men left on base. Merrill, no runs, 2 hits, 3 errors, and they've left 4 men on base on as well. We'll come back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball following these messages.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And you made the Marshfield.
Listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Merrill batting in the top half of the 4th inning. Leadoff man is the catcher, Ben Thom. Richardson throws, misses inside for ball 1. Marshfield on top 2-0. Thom struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Nathan Richardson now at 48 pitches tonight. Throws again. Curveball hit towards shortstop and grabbed by Rabb behind the bag. Blake Rabb goes high to snare that line drive from Ben Thom. That's out number 1.
First baseman, number 4.
Well done by Marshfield shortstop Blake Rabb. The Merrill batter now, the first baseman Noah Klug, doubled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. Klug hitting right-handed. Richardson from the stretch. Sets and throws. A big swing and a miss for strike 1. Once again, the Marshfield Post 54 American Legion baseball team plays this weekend at the tournament at Carson Park in Eau Claire, and the open play tomorrow evening. Pitch on the way. Curveball breaks inside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield facing Green Bay Southwest Friday at 5 p.m. Then 2 games on Saturday. They'll meet Winona at 10 a.m. and Eau Claire at 8 p.m. And Marshfield wraps up play on Sunday facing De Pere Sunday at 1:30. Those games all this weekend at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball breaks a bit high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Meanwhile, the Marshfield Junior Legion baseball team plays this weekend at a tournament in Chippewa Falls. Pitch by Richardson. Misses inside for ball, 3-1. Marshfield plays Holman Friday, 3 p.m. at Chippewa Falls. Then plays 2 more ball games on Saturday. against Superior at 10 a.m. and Hortonville at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Richardson fires a curveball here. That breaks in there for a call strike, 3-2. And the Junior Legion wraps up play Sunday against Chippewa Falls at 4:30. 3-2 on Noah Klug. He stands back in there. Richardson fires again, breaking ball low and outside for ball 4. Second walk issued by Nathan Richardson. And Merrill has a one-out base runner for left fielder Brody Klebanow. Klebanow bounced to short his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Klebanow batting right-handed. Klug at first base, held there by Gilbertson. Richardson looks over. Pitch to Klebanow. Low and outside, ball 1. Merrill batting top of the 4th. Marshfield leads this ball game 2-0. Merrill has 1 out and 1 on. The count on Brody Klebanow, 1 ball, no strikes. Richardson to first base, low throw, but dug out by Gilbertson. Klug gets back there safely. Skies are right now brighter than they were at game time, about 7 o'clock. Rain has moved out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball breaks inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Still some dark clouds out there, but much lighter than they were an hour or so ago. We did have light rain at game time, but that has since stopped. Two and nothing on Brody Klebanow. Nathan Richardson throwing for Marshfield tonight, working from the stretch. He now delivers. In there for a call strike, 2-1. Merrill has just 2 hits so far this evening. Richardson has been tough tonight. Ahead here, 2-1. Gets set and delivers. Curveball hit in the air towards left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Cut off by Erickson. Played back in. Klug stops at second base. Klebanow singles to left field. And Merrill has base runners at first and second with 1 out. And the second baseman, Eric Grunenwald, now batting. Grunenwald bounced to short his first time up. So a scoring chance for Merrill. 2 on, only 1 out here in the 4th inning. Grunenwald stands in. Richardson from the stretch. Throws a curveball. It's in there for a call, strike 1. Marshfield has gotten some very good pitching this year. They have a deep pitching staff this season. A lot of guys can throw. Now the 0-1 delivery. Curveball breaks inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richardson now over 60 pitches tonight. We're in the 4th inning. He's set here. Throws 1-1. On the outside corner, call and strike, 1-2. Clapper has thrown 59 pitches through 3 innings, so he may not be around at the end. And Merrill with a very light bench tonight, a no-man bench tonight. 1-2 curveball, a nice pitch by Richardson. And Grunenwald swings and misses. Good overhand curve by Richardson. And Grunenwald retired on strikes. 4 strikeouts tonight for Nathan Richardson. Merrill batter is the right fielder Abram Norton. He struck out his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Lots of blue sky out to the south and southeast. Richardson throws here. In the dirt, blocked by Konechny, but the runner at second base, Klug, advances. Ball 1 to Norton. A wild pitch charged to Richardson. Klug takes third base, and Klebanow holds at first. The count on Norton, 1 ball, no strikes. Marshfield leads 2-0 as Merrill bats. Top of the 4th. Runners at first and third, and 2 outs. Norton back in there, 1 ball, no strikes. Toss to first base, and Klebanow back in time. Richardson ready once again. Runner goes, 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball. Kanishi will throw through, and he's out at second base. The shortstop Rab takes the throw. Sadowska stood in front, then backed away, let the throw go through. Rab took it, and Klebanow caught stealing to end the inning.
No errors, 2 left on base after 3 1/2 innings. Marshfield 2.
Merrill in the fourth. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, a walk, 1 man left on base. We've now played 3.5 innings, and our score is Marshfield 2 and Merrill nothing. Back with more baseball following these messages.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
We're enjoying American Legion baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield catcher Matt Kinchny stands in there against Merrill's Isaac Clapper. And the first pitch is over the knees, a called strike 1. Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting last half of the fourth. Clapper throws a ground ball towards shortstop and booted by Wendorf. Kenichi will reach. That is the 4th Merrill error in this ball game. Ball hit towards second base, but certainly playable for the shortstop Cooper Wendorf, but he boots it. And Marshfield has a leadoff base runner. Peyton Weinfurter back out there to serve as a courtesy runner for Mack. Tyler Cum now batting for Marshfield. Tyler singled his first time up, so he is 1 for 1. Bright sunshine out there right now. Clapper from the stretch, delivers. Fly ball towards center field, but right at Brady Norton. He'll make the catch for the out. And Weinfurter back to first base. 1 down, and here's Marshfield's left fielder Bryce Erickson. Most of the ballpark now covered by shadow, but Klebanow in left field shading his eyes as that sun setting in the western sky above the first base grandstand roof. Erickson digs in. Clapper throws a curveball, breaks inside for ball 1. Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting last half of the fourth. Weinfurter at first base with 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes on Bryce Erickson, again to first base, and Weinfurter back in time. Bryce Erickson from Neelsville, over here for the 2nd straight year. Batting right-handed, again to first base, and Weinfurter, as the ball hit him in the helmet, bounds away a few feet. Peyton at first base runs quite well, and so he could be on the move at some point in this sequence. Erickson back in there, 1 ball, no strikes. Clapper from the stretch. Runner goes, pitches it to left field for a base hit. Hit and run by Marshfield, and Weinfurter has to hold at second base. Ball retrieved quickly by Klebanow in left field, but good job of hitting by Bryce Erickson, putting that ball between short and third on the hit and run play. Weinfurter stops at second base. That's 6 hits for Marshfield tonight. And brings up leadoff man Jacob Sadowska. He singled and scored his first time up. Is also lined into a double play, so he's 1 for 2. Jacob batting left-handed. Clapper throws in the dirt for ball 1, blocked nicely by the catcher Thom. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, only 1 out here in the Marshfield fourth. Sadowska back in there. Clapper checks the base runners and fires. Ground ball towards second base. Grunewald goes to Wendorf for 1. He then drops the ball on the exchange. So Erickson is out, but that's all they'll get.
The shortstop.
Sadowska reaches on the fielder's choice. Weinfurter takes third base on the play, and Erickson forced the second baseman Grunenwald, the shortstop Wendorf, for out number 2. Blake Rabb now batting. The Marshfield shortstop has popped to second and bounced to third. He's 0 for 2. Clapper goes to first base, and Sadowska back in time. Jacob runs quite well, and so could be on the move here in this series. Now 4 Merrill errors in this ballgame. Clapper ready once again. The pitch to Rabb, runner goes, pitch over for a called strike. Throw to second base offline. And Sadowska takes second base. Marshfield's first stolen base tonight. The count on Blake Rabb, no balls and 1 strike with 2 men in scoring position. Blake, our pregame show guest this evening on WOSQ. Count 0-1, and Clapper throws. Bit low for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. This next pitch will be Clapper's 70th pitch tonight. He gets set and throws 1-1. High hopper towards second base. A big hop for Norton. He'll turn, fire to first base in time to end the inning.
In the Marshfield 4th inning.
Marshfield in the 4th. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We played 4 innings, and our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill 0. Back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Our coverage of American Legion Baseball continues this evening on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Merrill batting, top of the 5th. Leadoff man is the right fielder Abram Norton, who struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Nathan Richardson on the mound for Marshfield this evening. He's allowed no runs on 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 4 through 4 innings. He's thrown 63 pitches so far tonight. Nathan winds and delivers. Breaking ball across for a called strike 1. Merrill trailing Marshfield 2-0. Merrill batting in the top of the 5th. Richardson winds and delivers. Curveball high for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield with single runs at the first and second. That's all the scoring we've seen so far tonight. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball hit towards shortstop. Scooped up by Rabb. He'll fire to first base in time for out number 1.
Center fielder number 24, Brady Norton.
1 out in the Merrill 5th. Here's the center fielder Brady Norton. He has singled and walked 1 for 1. Norton batting left-handed. Nathan Richardson throwing for Marshfield tonight. Young man from Auburndale. Into his motion, he winds and delivers. He is at high for ball 1. The Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend taking place starting on Monday evening. 1-0 delivery on the way. Outside for ball 2-0. And the Home Run Derby set for Monday night. We'll have coverage of that event on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Monday at 7 p.m. 2-0 delivery. Low for ball 3. The count on Norton 3-0. Home Run Derby Monday 7 p.m. on 92.3 FM WOSQ. 3 balls, no strikes on Brady Norton. Digs in once again. Richardson winds and fires. Outside, ball 4. Norton has his second walk of the ball game. Richardson now has walked 3 this evening.
Cooper Wendorf.
Shortstop Cooper Wendorf batting for Merrill. He has bounced to second and bounced into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 2. Wendorf hitting right-handed. Richardson checks the base runner and delivers a curveball. That's in there for a call and strike 1. It's Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top of the 5th, 1 out, 1 on. No balls, 1 strike on Cooper Wendorf. Richardson again to the belt. Delivers, low and outside, and bounds away from Konechny. Sends Norton to second base. That's a wild pitch charge to Richardson. That ball bouncing in front of home plate. Bounce off of Mac's glove. The count on Wendorf now 1-1 with Norton in scoring position. So a scoring chance here for Merrill. Wendorf stands in there once again. Richardson stays in the stretch. Sets himself and throws. Ground ball towards short. Rab will scoop it up. Fires to first base in time for the out. And Norton moves up to third base. Ball hit behind Norton, so he takes third base easily on the play. 2 men down. Pitcher Isaac Clapper, the batter for Merrill. Clapper on base twice tonight with a fielder's choice and an error. So officially 0 for 2 this evening. Tall right-handed batter. Richardson gets set. Throws a curveball. Down low, blocked by Konechny very nicely. It's ball 1. Richardson now over 75 pitches. We're in the 5th inning here. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Curveball breaks a bit low for ball. 2-0. The pitch limit for Legion baseball is 105. Not the 100 that we have in high school baseball. 105 in Legion baseball. Now the 2-0 delivery. Curveball head down the first base side. Picked up by Sadowski at second base. Underhands to first base in time to end the inning. So Merrill gets a man to third base, but they cannot score. Merrill in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk and 1 left. We've now played 4.5 innings. Our score remains Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. And more baseball coming up in just a moment.
Taqueria Monarca opening July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca brings you the bold and authentic flavors of Mexico. Open July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca. At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Marshfield batting in the last half of the 5th. Leadoff man is center fielder Dawson Luther. Pitch by Clapper on the inside corner for a call, strike 1. Dawson has doubled and bounced back to the pitcher tonight. He's 1 for 2. Marshfield on top 2-0. Blue Devils batting last half of the 5th. Clapper throws again. Line towards shortstop. One hopped by Wendorf. Fire across the diamond and throw it late. And Luther beats it out. Infield hit for Dawson Luther. Wendorf threw the ball rather softly across the diamond. And Luther beats it out. Marshfield has a leadoff base runner for the first baseman, Adam Gilbertson. And Adam tonight has singled and bounced back to Clapper on the mound. He's 1 for 2. Adams stands in, batting left-handed. Clapper ready, runner goes. Pitch is inside for ball. Throw to second base is late. Gets into center field, but no further advance. Backed up by Norton in center field. Luther steals second base. The count on Gilbertson 1-0. So Marshfield with a man in scoring position with nobody out here in the fifth. Clapper stays in the stretch here. Now throws 1-0. And pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Marshfield and Merrill, Legion Baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Isaac Clapper throwing for Merrill. Sets and delivers. Hit in the air to center field. Norton drifting way back in deep center, but gets there. He'll make the catch. And Luther will tag. He'll move up to third base on the fly ball. Gilbertson flies out for out number 1, but Luther advances and moves up to third base. 1 man down. Aiden Cherney batting for Marshfield. And Aiden has walked and struck out tonight. 0 for 1. Still lots of clouds out here, but more blue skies than we've seen much of the evening. Clapper throws here. Foul to the first base side of the play for strike 1. It's Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting in the last half of the fifth. Runner at third base and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Aiden Cherney. The pitch by Clapper. Curveball hit to left field, and that'll be falling for a base hit. Klebanel came in but did not make the play. So Cherney singles. Luther scores, and Marshfield grabs a 3-0 lead. Eight hits for Marshfield in this ballgame. Mason Anderson batting for Marshfield. Mason hit by a pitch and scored, has bounced to short. Takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Marshfield now leads 3-0. Blue Devils batting last half of the fifth. Cherney at first base and 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes on Mason Anderson. Clapper throws again in the dirt for a ball, but ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Good lead by Cherney at first base. Clapper looks at him. Pitch on the way. Runner's going. Pitch is wide to second base. Carries into left field, but no further advance. Cherney steals second base. Marshfield now 3 of 3 on stolen base tries tonight. The count on Anderson, 2 balls, 1 strike. And a Marshfield man in scoring position once again. Isaac Clapper on the mound for Merrill. Sets and delivers. In the dirt. Bounds away from the catcher Thom. That sends Cherney to third base. That's a wild pitch charge to Clapper, his first tonight. The count on Anderson now 3-1 with Cherney at third base. And only 1 out. Infield stays back. Clapper stays in the stretch here. He now delivers. Got the inside corner for a call strike. The count now 3-2. American Legion Baseball tonight brought to us by Merrill Electric Service of Marshfield. Full count pitch on the way. Foul behind home plate. Merrill Electric Service. They specialize in installations, repairs, and remodels, and proudly support the youth and events of Central Wisconsin. That's Merrill Electric Service of Marshfield. 3-2 on Mason Anderson. With Aiden Cherney at third base, only 1 out. Mason back in there. Isaac Clapper working from the stretch. Gets set and delivers. High fly ball to center field. Norton goes back, but the ball falls in front of him for a base hit. Might be a play at the plate. The throw comes in. It's late. Cherney is in, and Anderson takes second base on the throw. Cherney thought that ball might be caught. He held up. Got a real late jump, and the center fielder, Norton, almost had a play on him at home plate. But Cherney does score on the base hit by Anderson. And Mason takes second base on the throw. Marshfield now leads 4-0. Here's Matt Konieczny batting. He has doubled and reached base on an error. 1 for 2. Clapper delivers. Up and in, ball 1. So it's now Marshfield 4, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting last half of the fifth inning. Anderson down to second base with 1 out. Pickoff play at second base, and Mason gets back in there safely. Nine hits for Marshfield so far tonight. Also 4 Merrill errors this evening. There's the 1-0 delivery. Misses inside for a ball. 2-0 on Matt Konechny. Marshfield now with a 4-run lead as they bat here in the fifth. Clapper working from the stretch. Throws a curveball that breaks across for a call and strike. 2-1. Konechny, the number 7 man in the Marshfield batting order tonight. Here's a 2-1 delivery. Grounded foul to the third base side. Count evens at 2-2. Anderson back to second base. Clapper gets his sign from Thom. He's already once again. And the 2-2 pitch, ground ball towards short. Picked up by Wendorf to the bag. He'll fire to first base in time for the out. On that play, Anderson takes third base. Konechny bounces out for out number 2. Anderson at third with 2 outs. For right fielder Tyler Cum, who has singled and flied to center this evening. Tyler batting left-handed. Clapper stays in the stretch with that man at third base. And he now delivers. A swing and a miss for strike 1. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. 0-1 pitch, rides high for a ball, 1-1. And also on ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. American Legion Baseball this evening between Marshfield and Merrill. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaks low and inside for a ball. Count now 2-1. Clapper now approaching 90 pitches on the night. Throws once again. Drive to right center field. That will fall for a base hit. Anderson scores on Tyler Cum's RBI base hit. And Marshfield takes a 5-0 lead. And Marshfield has now scored 3 here in the fifth inning. Bryce Erickson batting, the Marshfield left fielder. Struck out and singled, 1 for 2. Fouls one here at the plate for strike 1. Marshfield 5, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting, home half of the fifth. Come at first base and 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike on Bryce Erickson. Digs in once again. Clapper working from the stretch. Now delivers a swing and a foul at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Marshfield's had single runs in the first and second, and now 3 here in the fifth. Erickson back in there, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Fouled over the screen and a play. Count stays 0-2. Of course, we can't see anybody working in the Merrill bullpen because Merrill has no reserves to put in the bullpen right now. They only have a 9-man roster tonight. Their guys all on the field. Clapper fires once again. A drive deep in the left field line, but curving foul. Into the Marshfield bullpen. Long drive by Bryce Erickson, but falls foul and out of play. Still 0-2 on Bryce Erickson. Stands in once again. Clapper will check the base runner. He now fires. High and outside for a ball. Erickson flinched but did not offer. Count goes to 1-2. Tyler Cum at first base with 2 outs. Erickson digs in once again. Clapper gets set and throws a curveball that breaks in there for a call and strike 3 to end the inning. Third strikeout for Isaac Clapper tonight.
3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 1 left.
Marshfield in the 5th. 3 runs
Marshfield 5.
on 4 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. Now after 5 innings, our score is Marshfield 5, Merrill nothing. More baseball coming up in just a moment.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
I'm Gene DeLisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Merrill meeting in baseball action tonight. Merrill batting in the top of the 6th. Third baseman Cole Rudai, the leadoff man, against Marshfield right-hander Nathan Richardson. Nathan now has thrown 76 pitches in 5 innings. Working from the windup. Richardson winds and throws. Low and inside, ball 1. Marshfield 5, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting. Top of the 6th here at Jack Hackman Field. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Dark, a gloomy, wet evening here in central Wisconsin, but the rains have held off as we get this ball game in tonight. Here is the 1-1 delivery. Inside for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Rudai, the cleanup man for Merrill, has struck out twice tonight. He's 0 for 2. Again, Richardson gets set and throws a breaking ball. That rides high for ball 3, 3-1. Pitch on the way. Low for ball 4. Rudai draws a base on balls, the 4th issued by Nathan Richardson tonight. Batting for Merrill is the catcher Ben Thom. And Thom tonight has struck out and lined to short. He's 0 for 2. Thom batting right-handed. Toss to first base and Rudai dives back in time. Again to first base and Rudai back in there. Thom back in the box, digs in, batting right-handed. Richardson sets and throws, curve ball up and in for ball 1. Richardson now over 80 pitches tonight. And looks like some guys are going down to the third base side bullpen to get loose in case Coach Metz needs a replacement here. 1 ball, no strikes on Ben Thom. Again to first base. And Rudai back in time. American Legion Baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Again to first base. And Rudai back in time. Richardson quite concerned about that base runner. Again to first base, and this time Rudai's off the bag. Gilbertson runs him towards second base and makes the tag. Rudai picked off route number 1. So Thom back in there with the bases empty, a count of 1 ball, no strikes. Now Richardson working from the windup. Delivers ground ball third base side, right down the foul line into the left field corner. It's a fair ball. Thom, a wide turn at first base. He'll be held there. That's 4 hits for Merrill tonight. Merrill has a one-out base runner for the first baseman Noah Klug, who has doubled and walked this evening.
Noah Klug.
Klug digs in, batting right-handed. Coach Wendorf with some signs at third base. Richardson working from the stretch. Sets and delivers. In the dirt, bounds away from Konechny. And Thom takes second base. That's a wild pitch. I think that ball may have hit Mack in the shoe or the shin guard, caromed down the first base side towards the backstop. Count on Klug now 1-0 with Thom at second base. Klug back in there. Richardson working from the stretch. Gets ready and throws. Low and inside for ball. 2-0. And there is some action now in the Marshfield bullpen on the left field line. Here's the 2-0 delivery. High fly ball going foul down the right field line and on a play. 2-1. Marshfield and Merrill baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Gray overcast day, but we're playing nonetheless tonight, as it has stayed dry throughout the evening. Now the 2-1 delivery. Ground ball foul third base side. Count now 2-2. Baseball milestone on this date in 1964 by Giants outfielder Jesus Alou. 2-2 on Noah Klug. Richardson throws in the dirt, bounds away from Konechny. That's ball 3. Another wild pitch. And Thom takes third base. So Richardson now with 4 wild pitches, 2 in this inning. Count on Klug is 3-2. On this date back in 1964, Jesus Alou had 6 hits against 6 different pitchers as the Giants beat the Chicago Cubs 10-3. 3-2 on Noah Klug. Curveball, chop foul behind home plate. Count stays 3-2. Train going by behind us. I think that's our second train tonight. Klug batting number 6 tonight for Merrill. Gets back in there. Richardson once again working from the stretch. And the full count pitch, curveball, a wave, but ruled he held his swing, so that's ball 4, that pitch low and outside. Klug draws a base on balls, the 5th issued by Richardson tonight. Second this inning, and here comes Coach Metz. And we may have a change here. Pitcher, catcher, and infielders gather together on the mound. Richardson now at 90 pitches by our count. And there is some action in the Marshfield bullpen. So we'll see if Marshfield makes a pitching change here. Looks like Richardson will stay, at least for one more batter. Left fielder Brody Klebanow, the hitter for Merrill. He has bounced to short and singled tonight. 1 for 2 on the evening. Klebanow digs in, batting right-handed. Richardson from the stretch. He'll check the base runners. He now throws a breaking ball inside, ball 1. Merrill down by 5, looking for some offense here to get back in the ball game. Merrill has 4 hits tonight. 1 ball, no strikes on Brody Klebanow. Here's the pitch. High hopper on the third base side, picked up by Cherney. He'll let the run score, play to first base, a low throw, but dug out by Gilbertson for the out. Clubman now retired for out number 2. He picks up an RBI in the play as Thom scores from third base. And Klug moves up to second. Merrill's first run, they now trail this ball game 5-1. The second baseman, Eric Grunenwald, now batting, has bounced short and struck out. Line drive to left field, that drops for a base hit. Klug to third base, try to score, but now he'll go back as Erickson's throw goes over everybody's head to the backstop. And now Klug trying to score, and that throw goes down the third baseline, backed up by Rabb. Some errant throws. Grunenwald singles on the play. Klug to third base. Then he scores
number 19, Adam Norton.
On the base hit. And that means Merrill now trails 5-2, and Coach Metz is back out there. On the errant throw by Erickson, Grunenwald takes second base. And now we will have a pitching change here for Marshfield. That throw by Erickson is the Marshfield's second error tonight. Marshfield changing pitchers. And the DH, Mason Anderson, comes in. He'll pitch for Marshfield. Mason Anderson, the new pitcher. Merrill has base runners, a runner at second base, and 2 outs here in the 6th. They now trail Marshfield by a score of 5-2. And while Mason Anderson gets loose, let's pause for these messages.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Water and
Mason Anderson now pitching for Marshfield. First man he'll face is Merrill right fielder Abram Norton, who has struck out and bounced to short. Pitch on the way, high and outside, ball 1. Marshfield now leads this ball game 5-2. Merrill batting in the top half of the 6th inning. Grunenwald at second base with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Across for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richardson's game to win. He cannot lose the ball game. He is the pitcher of record on the winning side. Count on Norton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2-1. Mason Anderson has been serving as the Marshfield DH. So now takes over on the mound for Marshfield. The count 2-1. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nathan Richardson goes the first 5 2/3 in this ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Abram Norton. Anderson gets set and now delivers. Curveball. Up and in for ball 3. The line on Richardson, 5 2/3 innings. 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits. Walked 5, struck out 4, threw 4 wild pitches, threw 93 pitches on the evening. Count is full, 3-2. Pitch on the way outside for ball 4. And Norton draws a base on balls.
Center fielder, number 24, Brady Norton.
The center fielder, Brady Norton, now batting for Merrill. Leadoff man has walked twice and singled on base 3 times tonight. Norton batting left-handed. Norton now the tying run at the plate. Anderson gets set and throws down low, ball 1. Our score now, Marshfield 5, Merrill 2. As Merrill bats in the top half of the 6th, 2 out and 2 on. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line towards shortstop, one hop by Rabb. Goes to Sadowska for the force play on Norton to end the inning.
In the Merrill 6th inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base.
Merrill in the 6th, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, a walk, 2 walks rather, 2 men left on base. We now played 5.5 innings, and our score is Marshfield 5 and Merrill 2. We'll come back with more baseball following these messages.
Taqueria Monarca opening July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca brings you the bold and authentic flavors of Mexico. Open July 8th at the Marshfield Mall. Taqueria Monarca.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Kirk winning exception. At your favorite grocery.
Sadowska leads off the Marshfield 6th. First pitch from Isaac Clapper. Outside corner for a call, strike 1. Marshfield now on top 5-2 as the Blue Devils bat, bottom half of the 6th. Clapper throws again, line towards center field and drops for a base hit. Jacob Sadowska with 2 hits tonight.
The shortstop, Blake Rabb.
11 hits for Marshfield this evening. By our count, that's 100 pitches for Clapper. Blake Rabb now batting, the only Marshfield man without a hit tonight. He's popped to second, bounced to third, bounced to second, 0 for 3. Rabb stands in, Sadowska leads at first base. Toss over there, and he's back in time. Jacob has 1 of 3 Marshfield stolen bases tonight. Now Rabb back in the box. Again, Clapper to first base, and Sadowska dives in safely. Some dark clouds around us, but still pleasant skies above us here at Jack Hackman Field. Clapper ready. Runner goes, pitches inside for a ball. Throw to second base, late. Stolen base for Jacob Sadowska. The count on Blake Rabb, 1 ball, no strikes. So Marshfield has a scoring chance here in the 6th. Clapper sets himself once again, turns, goes to second base, and his throw hits Sadowska in the leg. Jacob back in time. Rabb back in there, 1 ball, no strikes. Clapper from the stretch. Breaking ball. Inside for ball, 2-0. Marshfield's lead now down to 3, so the Blue Devils trying to pad that advantage here in the 6th inning. Runner goes again, pitches low and outside for ball, throw to third base late. And Sadowska steals second and third, giving him 3 stolen bases tonight. And Blake Rabb ahead on the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Clapper ready once again. Delivers. Low and outside, ball 4. Rabb draws a base on balls.
Number 7, Dawson.
Second issued by Clapper. Now Coach Wendorf heading out. And he'll likely have to make a change here. We now have Clapper, by our count, at 104 pitches. He may be off one or two, so Clapper may be at that pitch limit. Coach Wendorf taking the ball and calling in his left fielder, Klebanow. And he may get the baseball in this situation. Looks like that is the call. The left fielder, Brody Klebanow, comes in. And he'll pitch for Merrill. Marshfield batting in the bottom half of the sixth. Base runners at first and third, and nobody out. And Marshfield leads this contest 5-2. And while Brody Klebanow takes his warm-up throws, we'll pause for these messages.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Right-hander Brody Klebanow, the new pitcher for Merrill. And Clapper moves over to left field.
The pitcher is number 16, Brody Klebanow.
Batting for Marshfield is the center fielder Dawson Luther. He has bounced to the pitcher, singled and doubled. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Klebanow from the stretch. Throws, pitches in there for a called strike. No throw at second base as Rab steals it unopposed. The count on Luther now 0-1 with 2 men in scoring position. Klebanow sets himself once again. The 0-1 delivery. A big swing and a miss. 0-2. The line on Clapper, 5+ innings, allowed 5 runs, 3 earned on 11 hits. Walked 2, struck out 2, hit 1, threw 1 wild pitch. 0-2 pitch to Luther outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Clapper leaves the ball game as the pitcher of record on the losing side. Klebanow ready once again. Delivers 1-2, breaking ball outside for a ball. 2-2. Marshfield's lead now down to 3, but the Blue Devils looking for more here. With 2 men in scoring position, still nobody out. 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3. The count goes full, 3-2. First base is open. Klebanow to the belt once again. Steps off. Walks towards third base. And Sadowska gets back there. Now as he walks back to the mound, Jacob moves off the third base bag. 3-2 on Dawson Luther. Klebanow sets, fires in the dirt for ball 4. And that will load the bases. Bases loaded with nobody out for Adam Gilbertson. Adam is singled, bounced to the pitcher and fly to center. 1 for 3. Merrill now pulls the infield in on the right side. Now the shortstop, Wendorf, comes in as well. And so the Merrill infield in at all 4 stations. Klebanow working from the stretch. Delivers. Hit foul on the third base side for strike 1. Good scoring chance for Marshfield here. Bases loaded and nobody out. Cleanup man Adam Gilbertson, the batter. Ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Klebanow from the stretch. Fires again. Misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gilbertson digs in. Klebanow gets set. Gets his sign from Thom. Now delivers. In the dirt for ball 2. 2-1. So neither starting pitcher still around here in the 6th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike on Adam Gilbertson. Klebanow once again from the stretch. Delivers a curveball high and outside, ball 3. 3-1. Klebanow now behind in the count, 3-1, with no place to put him. 3 balls, 1 strike on Adam Gilbertson. Klebanow checks the runners and throws. Hit foul to the left side of the play. Count now full, 3-2. With the infield playing in, the base runners getting very large leads, even though Klebanow is in the stretch. He's ready. Full count pitch on the outside corner for called strike 3. Adam about to toss that bat away. But that pitch got the corner. And Gilbertson out on strikes. That's out number 1.
Third baseman number 2, Aiden Cherney.
Aiden Cherney now batting for Marshfield. Aiden has struck out, walked, and singled. 1 for 2 with a run scored and a run batted in. Cherney standing in. Klebanow from the stretch. He fires. Ground ball to first base. Picked up by Klug, rather. He'll throw home and throw wildly. Ball caroms away from Thom. A run is in, and Marshfield now leads 6-2.
The pitcher, number 34, Mason Anderson.
Fielder's choice for Cherney. Scores Sadowska from third base. Rab to first pitch line to right field. That drops for a base hit. Rab is in. Luther rounding third base. He'll come home as well. 2-run single for Mason Anderson. And Marshfield now on top 8-2. As both Rab and Luther score on that play. And Cherney stops at second base. Hitting now for Marshfield, Matt Konechny. Fouls one to the right side of the play for strike 1. Those first 2 runs charged to Clapper. And that last run charged against Klebanow. 0-1 to Konechny in the dirt. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Marshfield now leads 8-2. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 6th. Runners at first and second, only 1 out. Konechny tonight an RBI double. He's also reached base in an error and bounced to short. Next pitch low and outside for a ball, 2-1. 3 spot for Marshfield in both the 5th and 6th innings. And the Blue Devils back up by 6. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch on the way. Rides low for ball 3. 3-1. Konechny, the 7th man to bat for Marshfield here in the 6th inning. Stands in once again. Klebanow from the stretch. Now fires. High fly ball to right field. Abram Norton near the line. Now lost the ball and it falls in fair ground down the right field line. Journey to third base. He'll stop there. Thought that ball would be caught, but Norton must have lost it. It falls down the right field foul line in fair ground for a base hit. So Cherney goes to third base on the play. Anderson takes second. Konechny at first base. He'll be replaced by Peyton Weinfurter as a courtesy runner. Base is loaded for Tyler Cum. Tyler has singled twice and flied to center. Also has 1 RBI tonight.
Right fielder Tyler Cum.
Cum batting left-handed. He digs in. Klebanow throws. And that pitch inside for ball 1. Our score is Marshfield 8, Merrill 2. Marshfield batting. Last half of the 6th. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Here's the 1-0 delivery. A big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. May have heard that the new softball coach at UW Oshkosh is Maddie Fink, the former Stevens Point standout. This pitch high for a ball, 2-1. Excuse me, Fink played at Oshkosh. She's the new softball coach at St. Norbert College in De Pere. Former Spash standout in both softball and basketball. Clemenel gets set, throws again, curveball in there for a called strike. The count now 2-2. Maddie played college softball at Oshkosh. As a pitcher, she was 53-14, the career ERA of 1.73. Clemenel throws again. Fly ball towards center field. Norton stands in his tracks, makes the catch. Cherney tags, and he'll come home on the play.
Left fielder, Bryce Erickson.
Sacrifice fly and the run batted in for Tyler Cum. And Marshfield now leads 9-2. Cherney scores. Anderson holds at second base. And Weinfurter at first for Bryce Erickson. Marshfield left fielder has struck out twice tonight and also singled. Clemenel ready. Delivers. Fouled on the third base side for strike one. So our score now, Marshfield 9, Merrill 2. Marshfield batting last half of the sixth. 2 out, 2 on. 0-1 pitch to Bryce Erickson, high for a ball. 1-1. Maddie Fink, the WIAC Pitcher of the Year in 2021 when she was 21-5 for UW Oshkosh. She assisted last year in the St. Norbert program. 1-1 pitch, low for a ball, 2-1. Joanne Krieger stepping down as softball coach at St. Norbert after last season, after 27 years as Green Knights softball coach. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Clemenel gets set and fires. Curveball breaks a bit high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Bryce Erickson. Runners take their leads at first and second. Pitch on the way, low and outside for ball 4 to load the bases.
Second baseman, Jacob.
So Marshfield bats around here in the 6th, and Jacob Sadowska will bat. Jacob tonight 2 singles, bounced into a fielder's choice and lined into a double play. 2 for 4 on the evening. Batting left-handed, Clemenel from the stretch. Sets, delivers outside ball 1. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. 1-0 pitch outside for ball, 2-0, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield now leads 9-2 as they bat here in the 6th. 2-0 delivery. Line in the left field line, but falls foul. Hit hard, but foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marshfield batting last of the 6th. Bases loaded, and 2 outs. Count on Jacob Sadowska, 2 balls and 1 strike. Marshfield's leadoff man playing second base tonight. Jacob back in there. Clemenel working from the stretch. Now delivers outside for ball 3. Count is 3-1 and no place to put him. 3 balls, 1 strike on Jacob Sadowska. Clemenel stays in the stretch. Gets set and delivers. High and outside for ball 4 to force in a run.
Number 5, Blake Rabb.
Sadowska walks with the bases loaded. Run is in, and Marshfield now leads 10-2. Anderson scores. Weinfurter takes third base. Erickson to second. Sadowska at first. Marshfield now leads 10-2, and the Marshfield batter is the shortstop Blake Rabb. Erickson at second base is the game's winning run. Rabb 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Klubenow throws here, throws it behind his head to the screen, and Weinfurter scores on the wild pitch. Marshfield goes up 11-2. Wild pitch charge to Klubenow. Another run comes in.
Pay out your blue tickets for the 50-50.
Erickson to third base. Sadowska to second. The count on Rab now 1 ball, no strikes.
The number is 452-828. 452-828. Come on down to the entrance.
Now the Marshfield winning run to third base. 1 ball, no strikes on Blake Rab. Klubenow fires, low and outside for a ball, 2-0. 6 runs in for Marshfield here in the 6th inning. They lead by 9. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Pitch on the way. On the inside corner, call and strike, 2-1. Blake Rab, the only Marshfield man without a hit tonight, though he did walk and score earlier in this inning. Now the 2-1 delivery, way high for ball 3. 3-1. Brady Klubenow in relief of Isaac Clapper on the mound for Merrill. Klubenow stays in the stretch. Rab back in there. 3-1 delivery. High fly ball foul on the first base side of the play. Count goes to 3-2. Wind picking up somewhat, blowing across the field from east or northeast. Full count pitch on the way. Low for ball 4. That'll load the bases once again.
Center fielder number 7, Dawson Luther.
4 walks issued by Klubenow in his relief stint, including 3 in a row. Dawson Luther batting. Dawson has bounced back to the pitcher, singled, doubled, and walked. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. Klubenow stays in the stretch. Fires, low for ball 1. Our score is Marshfield 11, Merrill 2. Marshfield batting, last half of the 6th. Bases loaded and 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Dawson Luther. Klubenow ready and throws high and away for ball 2. 2-0. Bryce Erickson at third base, the game's winning run for Marshfield. 2-0 delivery. Ground ball off of Klubenow into center field for a base hit. Erickson scores, and Marshfield will win this ball game in 6 innings.
In the Marshfield 6th inning.
RBI base hit for Dawson Luther plates the winning run,
The final score,
and Marshfield wins this ball game in 6 innings, 12-2.
Thank you again to our sponsors.
In the 6th for Marshfield, 7 runs
To our friends from Merrill. Good luck to both teams as
on
you
4
continue your
hits.
seasons. Thank you for joining us.
No errors.
Have a wonderful evening.
5 walks, 3 men left on base. Our final score tonight, Marshfield 12, Merrill 2. Back with a full recap on our postgame report in just a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you